Welcome to This Is the Place, brought to you by We Own This Town, where we discuss the ever-growing and shrinking restaurant and bar options in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee. I feel like we might need to amend the description now to include cafes, because every episode has included a coffee joint. I mean, do you consider
I have a
coffee
question.
joint? Yeah,
I have a question.
Okay, sure.
Can you get food or drink there? So yes, it's the same thing.
But is it a restaurant?
Yes, if you can get food there. You don't.
Okay.
We're not.
We're not pigeonholing.
Come on. If you really want to do that, we will poll the folks that have coffee and food.
Okay.
And see.
All right.
Not going there.
Yeah.
Not gonna do that.
All right. So go to our Instagram or go to our Twitter at This Is the Place, THA Place, and let us know if we need to add coffee, including, or does restaurant cover everything that we're?
No, we're not gonna do it.
Okay, all right.
But hey, I welcome the feedback. All I'm saying, if you can drink it and eat it, then this is the place.
All right, right.
That's
all right.
what we're doing.
Well, welcome. If you're a first-time listener, welcome to This Is the Place. If you've listened to every episode, welcome back.
If you listen to any episode, thank you.
First and foremost, I'd like to apologize. Things happen and schedules cannot align, and we were not able to pull off getting together and getting this episode up on in a timely manner like we usually do on Tuesdays. So for the two listeners that were hotly anticipating it to pop up on Tuesday, I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'm not sure when it's actually coming
This
out.
will
but,
be out very soon, and if you got it, we did it.
Yeah.
So yet another episode's done.
So
thanks for tuning in. We've had quite a few people check us out, and we really appreciate it. So any feedback that you have, it's welcome. Or anybody you'd like to share it with, that's welcome also.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be on point again. Sorry. Anyway, so highlights of the past couple of weeks. I know what your highlight is. What did
you don't know?
Yes,
you can't read my mind. You say that every time. You know what my highlight was?
What?
I had a really good night's sleep last night. That was awesome.
What did you do before you had a good night's sleep?
I'm not talking about last night. I'm just talking about in general. What's your highlight?
Way to throw that back at me.
I'm just saying. I know you have a highlight.
I do.
You typically do, and I want to hear about yours.
And you don't go to shows very often anymore. We had a discussion about how you hardly ever went to shows back in the day.
And the other thing is, even this show, I never said, I just go.
Okay. All right. So my highlight of the past couple of weeks is this past weekend. It was the last evening for the Cornelia Fort Pickin' Party on Saturday, last one of the year. They do it, I think, about 5 times, one Saturday out of every month.
What area of town does this happen in?
That's in East Nashville. It's the old Air Park, where they have bands play, and they have food trucks, and they have, Yahoo comes out, Woodland Wine Shop comes out, and I had I wish I could remember the name of it, because this is one of my highlights of the night. It was a dry rosé that I had recommended to me from Woodland Wine Shop. And if you've never been to Woodland Wine Shop, I would recommend going there. That place is fantastic. The people there are great. I mean, they know how to recommend a really good drink for you. If
you're a local or if you're visiting town, that's on the east side, and they will absolutely give you a great recommendation.
Across from 5 Points Pizza. Yeah, great wine shop. Anyway, I had such a fun night there, but the highlight was actually one of the bands that played, this band called Cicadia Rhythm. And I'm not, I like my indie rock, I like my rock and roll, predominantly, among other things. I mean, I like all sorts of music, but I would say as a whole, Americana is not my go-to thing. But this band from Athens, I believe, they were really, really good. And, so good that afterwards I had to go figure out who it was, because I didn't catch the name. and Cicadia Rhythm, and they're kind of this weird gothic indie folk duo. I mean, it's a 3-piece, but the woman, her voice was really, really unique. Kind of this Joanna Newsom meets Angel Olsen meets Ella Fitzgerald. But she plays upright bass, and she plucks, but also she uses a bow a lot. And it's just really beautiful and then cacophonous type of odd indie folk. That's the only way I know how to describe it. Anyway, check it out, because I normally would be like, whatever, when it comes to that sort of. But
okay, so you're a bit quick. Where did you see this again?
At the Pickin' Party, Cornelia Fort Air Park.
Okay, tell them what a picking party is.
Pickin' Party means you're picking a guitar, you're picking a banjo.
So, and it wasn't bluegrass. It was
the other band that played was more bluegrass. Yeah, okay. but that's the assumption, is usually it's that style of music.
And again, tell them what time of year it is so they can plan if they do come to town.
I think they start in June.
Okay, June and it
through
goes
October.
Through October. Okay.
One Saturday a month.
And that is a common thing here in Nashville. There's some type of music series or some type of something going on, and that's one of the things that's great about this city.
It's family friendly. Like, my boy and his friend were just at the front of the stage staring at them while they were playing, and they were just intrigued, I think, by her and playing the upright bass. But it's a very family friendly. Kids are running around on bikes, but you can sit down, bring your chairs, listen to some good music, eat some good food. They have the food trucks out, have like I said, the beer trucks out. And it was great.
Nice.
Really
that sounds like a good time out.
Great.
I went to go see the Simple Minds, a band that's been around for about 30 years. I guess folks may know them from that song.
Did you hold your fist up the whole time?
I didn't do any of that. No, I did not.
Okay.
No. But I did enjoy the show. I mean, there are only 2 original members, and
is the lead singer though? He's
one of the original members.
All right. Well, that's what counts.
It wouldn't be them without him.
Right.
So
where did they play?
They played at the Ryman, and if you have an opportunity to see any show, or if you're not familiar with the Ryman, I'd say if you see that a band that you really dig is coming through, definitely check them out at the Ryman. They always do a little extra if they play there.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a great show. One of the things that got me, though, we had great seats. We were in the balcony. And, the first 2 or 3 songs they played were songs that you probably would have expected to hear at the end of the show.
Right.
Yeah. So folks, there were 4 of us standing up in the balcony, and some old guy comes up and goes, "Excuse me, could you sit down? Because everybody behind you can't see." And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's sometimes going to be a problem at the Ryman.
It was ridiculous. Like, this is a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, actually, I'm at a show where the band's been around for 30 years, and most of these people don't go out to shows.
Right.
So I got up and I stood up at the back of the balcony area, and I was able to enjoy the show as I was supposed to.
It was very nice of you to do that.
It wasn't
just said,
it wasn't even
it.
about that, dude. It wasn't even about that. It was about me enjoying the show.
Yeah.
And I typically prefer to see everything and hear everything.
But going to the Ryman, there's lots of times, and depending on who the band is, where you will stand up for a couple songs and then sit down. And then some people stand the whole time. It obviously depends. And
no,
I've ran into that same issue before, where people are behind me and I'm standing up, and I feel like a little pressure. Like, should I sit down? Because I don't, but no.
You would be that guy.
I would be that guy.
I mean, you have a little gray there. It's fine. No, you wouldn't be. You'd be like, I really would wish that guy would sit down. Somebody going to say something to him. And that's all it took. I was just like, I'll go to the back and enjoy the show, because I didn't know how I was going to react.
Right.
Because I'll just sit down and just want to take it in. But it was a band I never thought I would ever see. I thought they were done.
A little sad that I wasn't able to see Jesus and Mary Chain that opened up for Nine Inch Nails a couple weeks ago. I love that band, but I couldn't go. Anyway, let's talk some food. Let's talk some restaurants.
Yeah.
So openings and closings of the past couple of weeks, and I think there is something that is reopening
caviar bananas.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Heard that. New ownership. Hopefully, it's gonna
word on the
stay, and we'll see.
Improved.
I never went to it.
Yeah.
Did you? I can't remember if you said you didn't.
I tried to make every effort to go there because it was highly recommended, but it disappeared before I could make it.
So not sure if it's open quite yet, but I know it's opening very soon. And I always heard good things about it, so we will see. I'll have to make sure we go visit this time.
Will the restaurant stay closed? I mean, we've talked about restaurants and they've closed, and then something is reopened that was connected to that. So this is really interesting.
Yeah.
Now, one that I don't know that will be coming back. I've heard the Little Donkey is closed. They had their last meal not too long ago.
Yeah.
Now, the Little Donkey was out of Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a couple of them.
I don't know. Did you ever have an opportunity to eat there?
I didn't.
All right. So they
sound good.
I did have the opportunity to dine there.
Uh-huh.
They had such a wide range of food that it was surprising. I mean, from tacos to brisket to chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
I thought it was just a taco place. I didn't even...
No, sir. That's why they're not open anymore.
Maybe I was about to say. Maybe they spread themselves too thin. Literally, with the food.
No, none of those things were bad. They were all good. But
really,
you got to have some kind of identity to stick around here, I suppose. But we're gonna leave.
Yeah, because I heard the margaritas were good, but
it's gone.
Okay, well, we'll see what opens up in that place. So, last episode, if you listen closely when we were talking about Tandy's place, Mop Brew Mess Hall. I almost said mess brew mop hall again. Just in passing, we mentioned the back area and how it was being used for storage at the moment, but saying that something might be coming there soon. And so it has been announced that there is going to be a new restaurant. I think it's going to have its own entrance. It's not going to be, you don't walk through the broom hall.
Don't worry about the details. They'll get there. Just let them know where it is, man.
So, VEA Supper Clubs, Vivek Surti, hopefully I pronounced that correct. It's a South Asian American style restaurant. He's done pop-ups for, I guess, the past couple of years here in town at various places, and he's going to be opening up a permanent location in the back of Mess Hall. Like I said, it'll be its own standalone, but and it's excited. I've always heard great things about that place.
Definitely want to check it out.
So we will see when that is opening sometime in the next month or so, or maybe by the end of the year. I'm not sure, but we'll keep an eye or ear open for that, and looking forward to hear more information of when that place will actually open. So I think that is it for openings and closings. So a couple other places that we're going to talk about today, and one is a coffee shop that we both went to. I know Mickey's been a bunch.
Dude, there's it's Post.
Mm-hmm.
The Post. It is located in East Nashville.
It's been around for about 3 or 4 years.
It's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm. At Fatherland and 17th, I believe. And they have vegan options, regular menu, non-vegan options. And tell me about it.
They specialize in lots of vegan, vegetarian options. For breakfast, great. They do an amazing biscuits and gravy situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you know if the gravy is it?
Yes, it is.
It is vegan.
Vegan.
Okay.
Yes. It is. They have anywhere from options for smoothies and what have you to great salads, sandwiches. Their lattes are on point.
Yeah.
I personally like the green tea matcha latte. That is delicious.
Yeah. When I was there, I had the wild buffalo salad, which was a vegan salad that has a buffalo style tempeh with some vegan ranch dressing, and it was great. It was really good. It looked great. It was definitely one of the better vegan options. I'm a meat eater, so I don't eat vegan a lot. I do like it. I just don't eat it very often, partially because of the limited options in the city. It is becoming a lot more, having more options in the city for eating vegan. So that was great. But I like just the vibe of the place.
It feels really good. It feels like a true coffee house. They have various different things going on throughout the week. Being Nashville, they do have live music. I think it looks like they have a bluegrass brunch on the weekends.
It was either, I can't remember what day it was.
On the weekends, on Saturday, Sunday. But I definitely would try to make brunch on a Sunday. Yeah, the brunch it's Saturday and Sunday. It's 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Everything that I've ever had on the menu has been phenomenal. So I highly recommend it. It's worth the trip. It almost seems like you would never know that it's there. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It just you'll pass right by it if you're not paying attention. But yeah, it just had a very nice, cozy vibe to it. I mean, I really enjoyed going there. You know, you go to some places and they feel a little cold, or you're just not feeling it for whatever reason. But I was just surprised. I'd actually never been there before until recently, and I'm definitely gonna be going back quite a bit.
Yep. And again, it's called The Post, and it's located at 1701 Fatherland Street. So definitely get there, because
across the street from Olive and Sinclair's.
What's that
place? A nice little chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, not everyone knows.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I should assume.
They have no idea at all.
Yeah, okay.
You're dropping names like they know.
Sorry.
So
Olive and Sinclair has been around for a while. It's kind of the first popular chocolate business, I guess, to do well in this town, and it's all over the place now. Anyway, we don't have to talk about it. It's good. So anyway, we went to another place several weeks ago, and another brewery, because we know how much we like beer, and how we like to go to breweries. So we went to the Tennessee Brew Works, and that is on 809 Ewing Avenue. So when I looked it up, I was like, where is this place? How do I get to it? It's near Third Man Records. Yeah. No, they're calling that Sobro?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's got the Brit. Yeah, it's part of that.
I'm confused. I thought Sobro was...
That's south of Broadway.
Yeah, technically, but
Broadway
so is Woodbine.
Runs all the way. But no, that's what they're calling it. Believe it or not. I know.
That's not Sobro.
Believe it or not.
I'm sure it's got a new name. I'm sure it's called something else besides Sobro.
I'm saying that because the bridge that's there that connects the Gulch to there...
Yeah.
That's the whole point
of that. How new is that bridge? I mean, because when we went there the other day, I was like,
what was the question?
Hell,
you said
how new is that bridge? Because I didn't.
It's pretty new. It's pretty new. It's a thing that they've been working on forever, so people can walk from the Gulch area to downtown.
So the bridge we're talking about is the bridge that if you used to go to Frugal McDougal's, you would that street dead end, and you'd have to turn back around off a Division and go down. And hit Lafayette if you wanted to get downtown. Now you can just go pop over its connected Division that goes in. Does it become another street? I don't know. Anyway, when trying to find Tennessee Brew Works, I was a little confused, and I was like, oh, okay. And it's kind of right underneath the bridge, that new bridge that they built behind Chromatics near Third Man Records. And nobody knows what Chromatics is, I guess.
Tell me about the place, man. Tell me about the place.
So the coolest thing about Tennessee Brew Works is the patio, I think. We didn't even hang out in the patio because it was hot as hell that day, even though it shouldn't have been for the time of year. But it has a 2-level patio, or maybe even a 3-level patio. I don't know. With long tables. Looks like once it starts to cool down, finally, it will be a good place. Would be a great place to go hang out and have beers and eat. But we went inside. It's pretty small inside, actually. They have barrel tables, and you can sit at the bar. It's a pretty small bar. I don't know. I'm guessing like 7 or 8 tables tops. And you can have any of their signature drinks there. They have specialty drinks. And then they do have a menu of sandwiches. They have a burger that's supposedly pretty good. I had the hot chicken sandwich, and it was huge. And it was good. It was great. I had the basil Ryman, one of their specialty drinks, and it is exactly like it sounds. It was Thai basil with rye malt mixed in the drink, and it was great. I liked it. I mean, I used to be really, really big on saisons. I don't drink them that much anymore. Figured I would try that, and was surprised. It was good. It's again another one of those breweries that's been around for a while that I honestly had never had a single one of their drinks before. That one was good. And anything that we
have no shortage of breweries and tap rooms, so you should definitely check that one out. I mean, it's nice. It's convenient to downtown.
It is one of the few that it's open daily 11 to 10. And some of the other breweries in town, I mean, they do change their hours somewhat, but a lot of them don't open until 4 on most days. Some days they'll open before that, but it is one of the few that's actually open for lunch. So if you want to go to a brewery, obviously, Tailgate that we've mentioned before, they're open early as well. But some of the tap rooms like Jack
and the beer that you had, the Basil Ryman, I mean, that's kind of one that they try to highlight. They think people should check it out.
Yeah, great name. So yeah, we went there. Definitely can recommend that as far as going there for lunch for a good drink and a good sandwich, a good burger.
And out of the 20 or so breweries, that's one you should definitely check out. We've got plenty more to go to.
Yeah, I know. There's a long list.
We barely put a dent in the list, man.
Yeah.
So
it's going to keep this podcast going for a while, I think.
Yeah. You like beer.
Went there. Another place that we are going to talk about, and it's actually sort of new part of town that we haven't discussed much, is Slim Huskies.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. Those who know about it, they really like it.
Yeah,
the pizza is
you go and look online at reviews, and people rave about it.
Yeah.
So I guess there are a couple locations. There's one in Antioch. I don't have that address written down.
That is South Nashville.
Yeah.
The original location is Buchanan Street. 911 Buchanan.
Okay, yeah.
That's the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a place called the Roll Up, which is specifically for to-go orders.
And it's very important that you remember this. You cannot order by calling them. You have to download their app.
Or show up and wait in a very long line.
Yeah.
And I've heard raves about people waiting in line. Because when you're there, they're playing some of the best hip hop.
Right.
And it's old school hip hop.
Yeah.
One guy was raving about, he's like, yeah, man, I had to wait for my pizza and it was great. And at the rollout, you can buy apparel. You can a whole host of things.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm going to talk about is their apparel. They have a little not logo, but their theme is, have you seen it? Preem. Pream, pizza rules everything around me. And I don't know, I'm assuming they made that up, and they're pushing that, and that's on their hats and their
shirts, their brand, and
that's their brand.
It's all about it. Have the pizza, and I have a feeling you'll be picking up the hat or the shirt.
So anyway, we went to the rollout. We just picked up some pizza and brought it home, and I have to say, so it's definitely a certain style. It's not New York style pizza. I had, and don't take this the wrong way. This is a compliment, but when I opened up the pizza box and I smelled it, I immediately had this flashback of playing Q-Bert, listening to Abracadabra at a Pizza Hut, because initially that's kind of what I smelled. It gave me that kind of old pizza. I don't want to say Pizza Hut specifically, but Pizza and Pizza Hut. I don't know if it's the sauce or what it was. I know that sounds not like a compliment, but it is much better than those sorts of pizza joints. But that's just to me kind of what I got when I first took a little whiff of it. But what I had was great. I had, the name of it is the Roni. And if anybody is, old like we are and was into R&B soul from the 80s, 90s, then you know the reference.
What is the reference? Go there.
The band Tony.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to not say that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's the reference?
Tenderoni My Tenderoni, I believe it would be New Edition.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, there's a New Edition song. Yeah.
My Tenderoni. Oh.
So, but
I thought it was Take Off on Tony.
That's fine. No, it could be. I don't know. But it could be either way. You can ask them about it. But it's it's R&B reference from back in the day. The folks can let us know. But it is one of the finest pepperoni pizzas that I've had.
I mean, it's great.
And I was a little hesitant to wade into the whole pizza thing here because there are a lot of varieties of pizza, and this particular one, it's a thin crust. It's
different, but it's not like super crispy.
It's more like
because I'm not a thin crust fan per se. I mean, I like some thin crust, but it was really well done.
There's a lot of artisan pizzas out there and what have you, but these are truly unique in their own right, and they're delicious. I mean,
I liked it a lot.
The Prima is one of my favorites also.
Okay.
And but you just got the Roni?
Well, yeah, we'll just got that and then cheese for the kids. That's the only
and again they have nothing
but a V thing.
They do have quite a assortment
vegan pizza. I want to try that.
Yeah, they have
they have white sauce. Have you had any of the white sauce pizza?
Yes. It's delicious.
Sorry. Am I cutting?
No, it's delicious.
I haven't had it, so
it's delicious. Yeah, all the pizza's delicious. I have to say that when they first opened up, it was so good that I was using Uber Eats to get it to the house.
Yeah, they
and as it turns out, where it's no good anymore. Uber Eats is out.
Really? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well,
Uber
actually,
Eats for you ordering it out, or you cannot?
It's out for me because I am like smack dab in the middle of both locations, and I am officially out of the area where.
So by the time it gets to you, it's not hot.
No. There's certain areas where
they will not deliver it.
Yeah, they will not deliver, and it's like I'm in the middle. Because if you can still use Uber Eats, it will depend on the area that you're in.
Neutral zone where you can't.
No, but it's extremely popular. They have 2 locations now, so it wouldn't make sense for them to continue Uber Eats when you're as far away as we are.
Okay.
But that's how good it was, and I recommend going to the restaurant, the standalone. Be prepared to stand in a bit of a line, but it's worth standing in line for.
Yeah.
And they're always busy. So whether it's the Antioch location or the Buchanan Street location.
So Slim Husky's Pizza Birria.
Now.
So I have a no. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say I have a new neighborhood name alert. It's called The Buck. So I don't know how big that area is, but Slim and Huskies is in the Buck, which is obviously short for Buchanan Street.
Yeah, and you say Buchanan Street.
How do you say Buchanan?
No, it was brought to my attention just the other night that it Buchanan. Some people may say Buckhannon. If you're really from the South, that the folks that live in the neighborhood call it Buckhannon.
Buckhannon?
Believe it or not.
Really?
But yes. And I was at
another place right down the road.
Next door.
Oh, is it next? Okay.
Yeah, it's next door to the rollout. It's on Minerva Street, and it's called Minerva at Minerva Avenue. Minerva. Yeah, Avenue, and it's a speakeasy. And I remember I was driving over and it was fairly late, and I'm like, Slim Huskies is closed. Where is this place? And I could hear Biggie blasting.
Right.
And I could see this place. I'm like, where is that coming from? So as I approach the place, you walk up and there's like it looks like a privacy fence. You can't really see what's going on.
Right.
And you walk up to the door and there's a little telephone there.
Yeah, that's okay. So you either have to call or knock. You have to use that phone.
Either call or knock. I called. The little window opened up. They asked to see my ID, and I was able to get in. Now, we can't guarantee that will always be the case. You may get we're fully committed, and you can come back a little bit later.
Yeah. But so how big is the place?
But yeah, it's a fairly good size, and they have like outdoor seating. There are cocktail tables outside. It's kind of like
cabana.
Exactly.
Type places.
Exactly. And the thing is like if it's just a couple of people and you do get in, you're gonna need to sit at the round tabletops or at the bar. For parties larger, 4 or more, then you'd be able to sit.
Okay. Is there inside and outside bar?
Inside and outside. That's kind of like the thing right now.
Is it similar to Pearl Diver in terms of that?
It's similar,
not like
it's similar to the seating area.
Yeah, right.
It's similar to the same situation, and it's cocktails are on point. I believe his name is Freddie Swank. I may be butchering his last name, but he is responsible for a lot of cocktail programs around town. And he had a hand in creating this one, and it's pretty on point. The place has got a great vibe. There was like a really nice mix of people. You could definitely tell that you're at the spot to be when you were there. And it just felt good. First off, when I got in, I was seated. Cocktail waitress came over and she took my order and she asked me what it is that I would like to drink, what type of spirit that I want. And then she suggested and recommended a drink. It was pretty cool. And the drink that I had was called Forget Jody, which is a movie reference. I don't know if you've ever.
I don't know them.
I don't know. Yeah, you've seen Baby Boy. Come on, man. It's. No.
I don't know.
No, you haven't. You probably haven't seen Baby Boy. I don't know. It's a great movie. Those who know do.
All right.
But all the cocktails are movie references. They have sandwiches on the menu, as well as cocktails and craft beers as well too. Now you mentioned Slim and Huskies. Okay, so. If you sometime the line can get a lot of times the line is really long at the restaurant, and then the rollout is next door. They have various different nights that you can do different things at the bar, and one of the things is on Tuesdays they have craft night, and basically what that means, any of their craft cocktails are $8. They're usually about $12 bucks or so, and you can actually grab a pizza at Slim and Husky's and bring it inside and sit down and have a bite to eat. Cool. That's pretty cool. And also, Slim and Husky's has a $10 pizza special on Tuesdays, I believe. So it's kind of coincide with it. And it's also a cigar bar. So there's a night where you can actually go and get a free cigar, or you can bring a cigar and smoke.
You smoke inside?
Outside. They have an area for you if that's your thing. So and I have to say it's part of the new thing that's coming to Nashville. The area is still developing, up and coming. If you're from out of town, recommend grabbing an Uber and popping over there. Parking is kind of street parking, and it could prove to be a little bit difficult. But that area it's called the Buchanan Street Arts District. So there's a lot going on there, and you can see that a lot of it's newly developed. And I think probably the flagship place was Slim and Husty's kind of got that kicked off. Yeah, the owner, he was in St. Louis, and I think he ran a few places there, came to Nashville, and I believe he actually lived and grew up on that street. And hence the name of the spot.
Right, yeah. I do have to mention, I was looking, because I haven't been there yet, I was looking on their website, and they have some house rules and certain things like that, but their website, what they say they're about, they mention lots of different stuff, but this kind of grabbed me. I wanted to ask you about this. It says, Minerva Avenue is an original, first-of-its-kind bar setting where all customers are encouraged to reflect on their adolescent influences and share in their memories.
Absolutely, that was the case. That was it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you might appreciate this. So when you walk in, there's a huge poster of Miles Davis.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. You like this place?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, and that was the vibe. That was exactly the vibe.
And it wasn't like it's trying to, be retro, 80s retro. It's kind of everything. It's like whatever.
Not at all.
It doesn't matter if your adolescence was 10 years ago.
A lot of people mentioned that there's a shortage of places to go and actually hear hip hop. And that's what they were playing. And it was spot on. Hip hop, R&B from the 90s. And it felt good.
Yeah.
That was it. And there were a lot of happy people there. So, cool. And it was great.
Well, I can't wait to check it out. The other thing that I saw online is that they have a wide variety of popcorn options. Yes. And I love popcorn.
Well, I saw that. They asked me. I didn't have any, but it was there. So they do. They do.
Yeah. That's one reason why I'm going to have to go. So
definitely check it out. It's a late night, cocktail kind of spot. I mean, it would be a before or after dinner or what have you.
Yeah.
Or you go and grab a sandwich. I mean, it's got a fun vibe.
Yeah.
And a nice,
and the pictures of it look great.
Crowd,
really
young
sure.
crowd.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. But
stop us.
But I could definitely see that the GM and the owners, they were enjoying what they're doing. Everybody looked like they were having a good time.
Yeah.
So highly recommended.
Cool. I cannot wait to check it out. So go ahead.
I think I mentioned on an earlier episode. one of the reasons I moved to East Nashville was because of this restaurant that I think you're going to tell me about.
So when I briefly lived in California, and when I moved back to Middle Tennessee, early 2001, I ended up moving to the east side. There wasn't a lot going on over there, but there was already, a lot of, people, a lot of locals really that were starting to come over to that side that didn't live over there, grow up there. But there was a bar called Slow Bar. It became my hang. I mean, I wanted to say weekly hang, but I was there. I don't know how many times during the week I was there. I was there a lot. It was great. Loved it. I miss it. But, it was what it was. It was a little time capsule. But I remember hanging out at Slow Bar and looking out across the street and seeing a new restaurant being built. Soon enough, that restaurant opened up. And, of course, I'm talking about Margot, which opened in 2001. It really, again, we talked about this in earlier episodes about how that, Margot really started kind of to set the standard of what was to be here later on in this city for food. I try to go as often as I can, but it had been a little while since we'd been back, and I went back a couple weeks ago, and it just is, I can't say enough good things about it. It still is what it was at the very beginning. It still is just really, really good French, Italian cuisine, great atmosphere. We went pretty early. I think they're doing fine. I mean, was it packed? No, it wasn't packed, but it was doing very steady business. Their menu changes. I don't know if it changes daily, but it changes often. I actually went and tried to look at their menu again yesterday, and it is almost, in terms of all the second course options, it's completely different from what was available when we went a couple weeks back. I had this, no reason to go too deep into it because it's not there anymore, but I had a great duck dish. My wife, she had a really, really good rockfish, and it was amazing. But what is on the menu that we had, that it's still available, some of the first courses and the appetizers can stay a little longer, was the shrimp pizza. We were just talking about pizza, but this is definitely a more artisan style. I don't think Slim Huskies is going to say that they're, some high-end artisan, but it's just different. That's all I'm going to say. But the pizza was amazing. And Margaret McCormick, I mean, she's just, a staple in the city for really, really, really good food. So the main reason I'm bringing this up is just like, don't forget about Margot. Don't forget about the restaurant. Yes, Rolf and Daughters is amazing. Folk is amazing. All these new restaurants that are popping up, they're really good, but the originals are still around, and they're still doing well. They're still doing new things, still really bringing something literally to the table, no pun intended. And, an amazing dinner,
And where is it located?
So Margot is in 5 Points in East Nashville. If you are familiar with 5 Points Pizza, it's across the street from that. You know where the Treehouse is. It's kind of next to that. It's right on the corner of Woodland and 12th, I believe.
It's right across from Three Crowbar. So if you make your way into 5 Points, it's just on one of those 5 points. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
It's in a little house.
Yeah.
It looks like a little house almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it truly kind of defined what you would call a neighborhood restaurant.
Yeah.
A neighborhood gathering, a place to show up.
Yeah, still recommend
because
reservations.
But it's very nice. Great bar. If you just want to go for drinks, it's a great place to do it. Mm-hmm. They have a covered brick patio as well as, dining area. But always had a lot of great times there. And a lot of amazing people kind of passed through that restaurant,
I had no idea that you told me that that's where Tandy Wilson started.
He was there for a bit. He was there for a bit.
Yeah. I would imagine a lot of chefs, really amazing chefs, that passed through there throughout the years. So anyway, I just, can't say good enough things about Margot. Need to go. If you've never been, if it's been a while, you need to go back.
Would you say?
I would definitely say that Margot is the place.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. Check it out. Definitely check it out.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that about wraps it up.
It does.
Anything else you want to throw out there?
I feel like we should go to a dive bar.
Yes. Yes.
We will at some point. So, but thanks for tuning in as always.
All right. So remember, eat up, drink up. And if anyone asks, this is the place you'll be. We'll see you next time. Bye.
You guys rib each other. It's peak.
It's all about personality. Well, crank Matt up. He'll get it going.
Just say that Memphis is a shithole.
No.
It doesn't take much.
No. That's all I got to do.
You're like, I tried some barbecue. Not Memphis.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It's Memphis, yeah.
Even joking right now, you can tell he's...
No, I mean...
A little flicker.
It's like,